Good. Now, there are again wooden matches, and on the other side, I don't know if you can see it very well, but we have 25 feet of 10-pound test fishing line. Okay. Now, in this package, what we have is 3 small trout hooks, 3 sinkers, and 3 snap swivels to use with our fish line. And that gives us the ability, there again, to fish. Okay. Alright. And I guess we got this squished down here a bit. Okay. Alright. And in this kit, I've folded down basically 3 feet of aluminum foil, heavy duty, which I can form a small pot out of to boil and purify my water, make a small cup for hot drinks, and so forth. Okay, so that's my mini kit, or my pocket kit, whatever you choose to call it. Now, with this kit, I've taken a few precautions. Okay, of course I want to keep it dry, or I want to keep my contents dry. So once I've got it all packed in here, put a cutting tool there, we'll put our mini Bic lighter, and of course our bouillon cube. Okay. Now, once we've got it all closed up, okay, what I've done is I've taken one of the Ranger bands, or just a piece of bicycle inner tube. I've cut it to size, and I've stretched it over the container itself to make the waterproof seal. And now I can, you know, if I get soaking wet, I know that the contents of my case are going to be dry. Okay. Alright, moving on. This is the one that I don't necessarily keep in my pocket, but I keep in my backpack, or if I'm going out on a day trip, or if I have a shoulder bag, a little backpack, or one of the side little haversacks, whatever you want to call them. Used to see them green canvas ones. Or if I'm carrying any kind of fanny pack, then this is the kit that I prefer to carry. Okay. I just keep the bands on it because bands are always handy to have. Plus it just helps keep the lid on. It's a screw lid, of course. Alright, so let's see what we've got in this one. Now, mind you, this is my personal kit. Alright, and this just gives you an idea of what you can actually put in one of these. Okay, so we have the lid, which with a little bit of sandpaper, at first like 400 wet grit, you can actually polish the inside of the surface for a reflector. Of course, we have a couple bands, which rubber bands I've always found useful. There again, we have our mini Bic lighter. Okay, and in this kit, I've chosen as my cutting tool just a small multi-tool that's got a knife blade on it, of course, because you have to have some sort of cutting tool, mandatory. Okay, and of course with this you get a couple different blades. You know, you get the punch, you get the pliers. So you have, with this one, some options. Okay. There again, we have one of the bouillon cubes for a hot drink. Now, for those of you who watch my videos, you'll know that I'm a fan of the sling boat. Okay. So, in my kit, I carry a rubber band with the pouch, which gives me the ability to make a slingshot or the sling boat. Okay. As you can see, I have a small piece of plastic, which is actually the Ziploc bag that I showed you earlier that we use for a canteen. Okay. Now here's the other thing. In this kit, okay, obviously in smaller kits you're not going to be able to get this. Okay. And basically this here is one of those clear plastic contractor bags. Okay. That we managed to get squeezed in there. We'll get her. Okay. All right. So there's our contractor's bag. Clear plastic. Okay. Now, this falls under the category of multi-purpose. Okay. So I'm just going to set that aside. There again, if your kit allows you to carry one of these, highly recommend it. It's got so many purposes. Rain jacket. Okay, if it's pouring out rain, you tear a hole in the top of it, slip it over your head, you have a rain jacket. Or your shelter, you can split the seam and use it as a tarp if you have to. It's clear plastic. This can be used for a solar still. In the bag form that it is now, it can be slipped over a leafy branch and used to obtain water from trees that way. So there again, multi-purpose, handy thing to have in your kit. Okay, as in our other kit, there again, we have 9 feet of stainless steel snare wire, divided into 3 3-foot lengths. Okay. Again, we have 25 feet, 45-pound test black nylon line, which is multi-purpose. It can be used for fishing line. It can be used for sewing. It can also be used as a snare. There again, just one of those multi-purpose items. As with the other kit, we have the assorted Band-Aids. There again, at the top of the pouch, I don't know how well you're going to see that, we have 2 needles, one ordinary needle and one needle with a large eye that we could thread fish line or some really coarse thread through. Okay. Now, these next couple items are just the extra pieces that I would need to make my sling boat. Okay, the 2 bands and the ring. Okay, that there gives me the ability to make a slingshot or a sling bow, whatever I choose. There again, 25 feet of 10-pound test fishing line. We have a package that has assorted hooks, sinkers, and snap swivels. Allows me to do a little fishing. We have our cotton balls that have Vaseline rubbed into them, just so we have the ability to get a flame, get our fire going. Okay. There again, our second way to make fire, we have some wooden matches and a waterproof Ziploc bag. Okay. And we have these zip ties. Okay. These we use in the construction of our sling bow, which on another video that we'll be making later on, I will show you how to use these components to make your bow, your sling bow or your slingshot, whatever you choose to use. In this kit, we did not put the aluminum foil that we would normally use for a cup, as I would use this container itself to boil water. It's not going to give me a lot of water, but it will allow me to purify some water in small amounts at a time. And it gives me a cup, whatever the case may be. I still have a container to boil my water or to use my bouillon cube. So those are 3 examples of the types of mini kits that you can carry that would allow you to get by in a pinch. If you found yourself out and about and turned around and couldn't get back, the only thing that I have not added to these kits, which I will add at a later date, are button compasses. I did find 2 or 3 already, but I wasn't happy with the quality of them, so I'm holding off at this point until I find a supplier of button compasses that I like. I will not put a cheap, poorly made button compass in these kits, just because a poorly made one would just kind of defeat the purpose. Okay. Anyways, that's my kits. I'm going to make a few of these kits available to you on our websites if you choose. Also, we have the containers as well that we'll be adding to our website for Meetup. And if anyone should be interested in getting some of these, just get a hold of me and I'll forward you the information. Okay, so this has been Joe for the United Survivalists Network of Ontario. This has been our small video on survival kits. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. And we'll see you on the next video or at the next meetup. Thanks a lot for watching.